Hi everybody, Emma here from Smart Compliance. I am joined by Christian, who is the branch sales manager at Mannleys Estate Agents in Telford. And Christian has just joined me today, just to have a quick chat through the partnership that they've got with Smart Compliance at the moment and how it's helped them with their business and making sure that their compliance is completely where it needs to be. So, Christian, thanks for joining me. And tell me how your partnership with Smart Compliance has helped you guys at Manleys with your AML checks.
Well, it's massively helped, to be honest with you. It's taken a massive headache off of our hands. When, as most estate agents, we were having to collect all the paperwork and ID and relevant documentation and trying to keep up to date with what's relevant and what's not, and it became a little bit of a minefield. And we had an overall compliance check for the business as part of our overall look at what's going on, and we were found wanting in that area. And we'd obviously spoken to Emma previously about the options of smart compliance, and it seemed to be a very easy answer to a lot of our problems. Certainly on the element of risk assessing every file, which hadn't been done. We weren't doing a risk assessment. We were going to have to start doing that, but this was actually an option where, well, we don't have to do that if we can get that done automatically. So it also meant that we didn't have to collate and collect everybody's identification in, and it was all done separately from us. And so we were presented with a nice clean pack to say, yes, the client owns it. Yes, their identity's checked. Here's the risk assessment. Everything's all there. It's in a pack. You've now got an HMRC guarantee for any liability issues going forward. And from a business point of view, it seemed to just make complete and utter sense that it was an easy one-stop shop to put everything together, and it was the answer to everything we needed.
That's really great, Christian. That's why we're here. We're really here to support estate agents with their AML. So, do you think for Manleys that is the biggest benefit that you guys have seen, that you're able to sort of pass the headache over? It saves you the time and the worry of getting it right and knowing that you're doing everything that you should be.
Yeah, it's made a massive difference. One, it's very easy for us to take the details, load them up onto the portal, and know that's being taken care of. From the point of view of the valuer and me as sort of overall compliance officer looking at it, I don't have to do quite the same level of review that I needed to do previously. So it has given us more time to concentrate on actually getting the properties on the market. With the buyers as well, we don't have to wait for all their ID and everything for bits and pieces here. The buyers are contacted, their compliance pack comes through, we get their solicitors, proof of funds, it's in the hands of the solicitors. So, yeah, from that element of it, it has saved quite a considerable amount of time and effort. And as I say, it's having that overall coverage that we know that the compliance is taken care of, that it is one massive headache we don't have to worry about.
I mean, compliance can be such a minefield, can't it? And you're never quite sure if you're getting it right. So I'm glad that using smart compliance has been able to sort of lift that concern and headache away from the business. It's really good to hear. And finally, Christian, what would you say to any other estate agents out there that might be considering using smart compliance for their AML checks? What would you say?
A bit of a no-brainer, if I'm being honest with you. When we looked at it originally, that we had some things that held us back. The idea of actually having all the compliance dealt with and sorted and organised by a third party with the HMRC guarantee, was absolutely fantastic. That there is a charge involved in it, although obviously some of that money does come back to the company. The initial part of actually charging people for doing this, I had reservations. I thought we were going to get a lot more resistance to it because we're the only agent in the area that seems to be doing that. Has been unfounded. I think we've had maybe one person out of in 3 months, and that's sellers and buyers who has kicked up a little bit of a fuss, but then we can just absorb that and go ahead and do it anyway.
Yeah.
So that has, again, an objection that became completely moot as soon as we actually started doing it.
Perfect. Happy days. Well, long may the relationship continue, Christian. Thanks for joining
Absolutely.
me, and have a really good day.
Thank you. And you, Emma, you take care.